We're in the middle of a talk show, my show, Late Night with Neomi Daily Podcast. Welcome. You new here?
Live from the city where every voice matters, this is the Neomi Daily Podcast Show. She's bold, stylish, and always ready to ask the questions everybody's thinking. Get ready for celebrity drama, real talk, viral stories, and unforgettable moments.
Thank you so much. It's perfect.
Here's your iced coffee latte, Naomi.
Thanks. How many seats is that going to hold for the audience?
I don't know, like 150?
Can you figure it? I would love to know. Thanks. Beautiful. You know what I mean? Something that gets fancy. I want all different celebrities on the show. We definitely have to do a different type of situation for my late night show. I want it bigger and better.
Of course. I'm so excited about this movie. It hits theaters very soon.
Tell me about your movie role.
It is a high-stakes pilot character.
How do you do your own personal stunts?
I train hard and stay focused.
How amazing is it?
It is absolutely incredible.
That man just say the war is over. Security, security. He lost his damn mind. What the hell is he talking about?
This is a very different movie for me. I kind of quite enjoyed the movie because it has a lot of suspense in it. I normally don't do that. I'm normally kind of like a reality star, so this is something new for me.
That is so great. I'm excited for you.
Show's about to start. Now, Naomi, walk out.
Welcome to the show. Let's get this show started. Tonight, we are taking things to a whole new level. Are you ready to have some fun? Are you ready to have some fun?
I'm back again, guys, with Late Night with Naomi. It's another Saturday, honey, and we look cute. We're keeping it real, and we're going to say what the hell we're going to say, regardless if a bitch like it. I have a special guest to the show today. She's Paris. Y'all know her. You know that special line that used to be in the 90s, early 2000s? That's hot. I was super obsessed with Nicole, your partner in crime on A Simple Life. Yeah. Me and her, I believe, was the exact same size, and then I found out I'd love to eat. No, I'll make sure that I try to be negative, but it's all about me. I'm saying this shit, this has nothing to do with her type of way. With Miss Adult Pampers himself, so whatever I'm saying is completely all me. She had nothing to do with this, you know? I don't want him going to war with you. He practically was your daddy, correct? And other than that, besides that, he don't go to war with anybody. That was just me being a big mouth. He throws his big body on the ground and gives himself a tent tantrum for a couple hours. God, I know that's your friend or whatever, or y'all from the same line of work or whatever, but it's true, he throw his damn body, his heavy ass body on the ground and get the crying. I mean, naturally, both of y'all have not grown up together because he's like 110 possibly, but at the end of the day, I'm just saying, like, he don't act his age. We also have another special guest for later in the show. I won't tell you until then in case shit hits the fan. You know we gotta watch out, eyes be on us, so I got the Secret Service in the back. Not even my co-host London Meets Paris knows my second guest. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because of affiliations. No offense to you, girl. Since people want to close down blocks just to sit somewhere in a game where they already just gonna fall asleep anyways, when you could have stayed your ass at home, they ain't closed no blocks over here. I heard you wrote a book. I'm not gonna lie to you, girl. I haven't read it yet, but I bought it because I knew you were coming. No word on the street says, you know, that got some personal shit up in that book, honey. Yeah. That you revealed that a lot of rich people ain't what the hell they think they are. Yes and yes. So we'll talk about this book a little bit later. Yeah. Because I'm excited to know you could tell me more about this book. Okay, so let's get to our first topic. Now, last week I was going to cover this, but the show was so gigantic with guests that I didn't have the time. Clive Davis was a huge music mogul. He signed artists like Whitney Houston, Alicia, and so forth and so on. The list is long, y'all. Yes. Yes, y'all. Well, he passed away last weekend. He went home. I think he was like 99 or 100 or somewhere in the middle of that number. So he lived more than most, honey. Yeah. In his honor, but the internet is like really divided on this issue. Yeah. Some people are very taken back by his loss, and other people are like, he's very shady. Yeah. Also, it was a whole Diddy situation where he kind of assigned him and gave him a label where Diddy was allegedly not paying his artists and stuff. So it got real messy towards the end. Yeah. So let's take a look at this memorial that they put together. Yeah. You'll see that some celebrities attended it. Yeah. He knew a lot of people. Yeah.
You didn't just sign an artist. You recognized a soul. You saw not just the music I'd already made, but the music that was still sleeping inside of me. So thank you. Thank you for seeing me fully, completely, from the very beginning, even before I fully saw myself.
Some of America's biggest artists paid their respects to legendary music producer Clive Davis at a private funeral in New York City on Monday. Davis, who died June 22nd at the age of 94, was known as the, quote, man with the golden ears, and he had a decades-long impact on the music industry by discovering and signing huge talent.
He would show me a song, I would turn it down, we would argue, I would rearrange it, I would record it. He would show me a song, I would turn it down, we would argue, I would rearrange it, and we would celebrate when they were hits, and we would feel bad when they weren't.
You wasn't signed to him. Oh, no, I wasn't signed to him. You sure? You sure? Absolutely, I'm sure. I'm just checking because you know he signed everybody. Yeah. That's crazy that they kind of like chose Alicia because, I mean, his relationship goes kind of further than that, I would think. Yeah. You know, Alicia's fairly new, but you know what I'm saying? Yep. You would think it would be somebody for like the early 80s or 40s or some shit like that. You know, that their career went on like a whole decade. That's why I'm saying Alicia at least is like fairly new.
This went on for nearly 50 years. I'm gonna miss him. Who am I gonna argue with? Oh, Clive, I wish we could do it all again.
He was born to run everything. I think I played him growing up in Saint in the City, songs that would end up predominantly placed on my first album. And when I finished, Clive, smiling, simply said, "Welcome to Columbia Records." And in those few words, he changed my life forever.
Jennifer Hudson gave an emotional performance at the funeral of I Will Always Love You, the song written by Dolly Parton and repopularized by Whitney Houston.
We love you, Clive.
An instrumental of Houston's I Want to Dance with Somebody played as his coffin was carried out of the memorial. Davis is survived by his 4 children.
Listen, no disrespect, because I know it was a memorial, but they should have got somebody else to sing. Jennifer, her throat just annoyed me. I'm just saying, like, Lord, and she was fairly new to like. Then you're gonna sing Whitney's song like that? That's an absolute mess for me. Yeah. It's like all opera and shit. Like, that's not how they set up that song, and that's not what he produced with her. Yeah. And according to her, with speaking on producers, she clearly didn't have the talent to stay on the charts. I'm just saying, so his ear wasn't always that great, not like it was in the early 70s, 80s, and 90s. I'm gonna leave well enough alone before I get my ass canceled. I'm sitting here talking shit in the man. Let me just be quiet anyways. Rest in peace, and I'm sure Oprah or Diddy will have a story soon. Y'all, let me backtrack 1 second. I said Oprah, but what I realized in that moment was he was a white man, so that's a negative. It won't be Oprah. Now let's get to this town fair shit. Yeah. I know y'all have been seeing it all over the internet, and I know certain people were downplaying it. Our pupils don't lie. If we see a whale in the ocean, it's a whale. If we see a dolphin, it's a dolphin. If we see a shark and we say get the hell out of the water, it's a shark. Yeah. So when the place is empty, it's lies. When y'all gonna stop with the bogus shit, like y'all do anything that y'all can to make this Willy Wonka character a real effing thing, girl.
Hovering 110 feet over the National Mall or visiting exhibits, talk of the Great American State Fair extends beyond town. Since opening, attendance and open space on the mall has been questioned by some on social media. President Trump now saying the fair was, quote, packed with happy people. Packed? Not quite, but folks we talked to cared less about aesthetic and more about what the fair offered.
I would say all the exhibits, like these states right here, they got one for every single state and territory, so you can like get your merch from all the little stands and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Private businesses, art displays, government agencies, states and territories are represented. Some elaborate. Others relatively bare. While food and merch come with a cost, water is free and aplenty. Some details, though, don't match the promotional images. There are pillars that hover above ground, vinyl-wrapped buildings have crinkled on occasion, and a mini version of the president's proposed triumphal arch is far less ornate than first teased.
All the photos just make it seem like it's going to be this big, beautiful thing, and it looks tiny. It looks plastic.
But for many visitors, what mattered most wasn't how the fair looked, rather what it offered.
I'm really pleased with how it's been handled. I think having lots of porta potties is nice and food options, just like the things that people care about.
This has been such a delight. All of the different states
featuring their highlights. I'm so happy to be an American and be here.
Can we start with boring? It absolutely is. If Six Flags looked like that, they'd be out of business. Let's be fucking for real. If Disney sold a commercial like that telling people come on out to our fair, our town fair, and it looked like that, girl, Disneyland would have been closed decades ago. So stop with the fucking cap. You know how the country people, you get over to a really country type of state and you do something wrong and they go, oh, bless your heart. That's what I have to say about the people who went there. They like, we had such a good time. It's a really great staple in America. And then I look at them when I go, oh, poor you. Oh, bless your heart, dear. I got an apple pie in the back. Would you like one? Some of y'all are so full of shit. I mean, for real, if it's free, great. But you know what? It's a lot of free shit that y'all have in your own town that you never been. So miss me with the bullshit, okay? And like I said, I'll say it again because I'm going to use it against you. Bless your heart. But y'all are not fooling me with that raggedy ass festival. Let's move on to the next topic. So Ray was sitting down on a podcast talking to a girl that had recently got kicked off of Love Island for using the N-word. So they were having a conversation. Now I'm going to go out on the lead and say, you know what, y'all? That show is just not for me. It's another Bachelor where it's men and women just kissing each other all over the place. Yeah. And I'm not that girl like where I'm preaching empowerment. If you want to go lip lock 13 to 14 guys, that's your damn business. Where I have a problem is how you trust somebody and they betray you really quickly. Yeah. You think you're feeling this guy and all of a sudden y'all got this bond, but then when eliminations comes up, he don't fucking know you. Yeah. That's the problem I have. And it's disrespectful. Yeah. And if we're going to do some shit like that, we might as well should really have a real game of Squid Games or Hunger Games. Because that's how pathetic it is to me. You know what I mean? And no, of course we wouldn't use regular people because that's just weird. I'm not a cannibal Lecter. I would say you serial killers. You know, they're already effing up the world. So supposedly this girl got kicked off the show because, you know, she's a bigot and got to run in her mouth at the wrong time. And I guess she got thrown off the show. I wouldn't know. I don't watch it. Yeah. But instead of letting them win a prize, you just kill them all off. Yeah. You know what I mean? But do it in like some Saw movie type of way. You know what I'm saying? Real creepy, but know that the guy was a horrible person.
Yeah. I canceled from the show, then I would take you and we would hang out, but not during the show.
What has the response been since you've been off the show? Have people been hitting you up? Like,
yeah, there's a lot of hate. I'm getting a lot of hate, death threats.
Death threats.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine.
But out of the millions of hate comments,
you found one or two good ones.
I find the good ones, and that's like.
And does that find peace?
That does that for me. Yeah.
What are like describe?
It does it
one
for
or
me.
two good ones.
Genuinely, it keeps me going.
I don't think so. I think what'll keep you going is if Love Island brought you back.
That would be crazy.
It would.
That'd be good. See, he knows television though. He knows
because without Love Island bringing you back, then what? No, I'm saying if they brought you back, it'd be crazy. But they're gonna have that many viewers anyway, right? So if they don't bring you back, then what? What do you do now?
Go on with my life.
And what does that look like?
I don't know yet.
The way she was answering was like, no, I'm good. It's like, bitch, go take several seats. You know, if they call, you would go running. Then she's like, oh, there were so many negative comments, not on the fact that you were gonna kiss 40 men. She was concerned if they thought she was a racist or not. Strange, right? Bizarre. I feel like nobody would take accountability anymore. You know, this day they do something and then they're like, oh my God, pouring me. This is not right. This is not fair. Oh my God, my life. I know I said something wrong and I apologize for that. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me pull out my camera phone. All right, my ring light too. Can you grab my ring light? Okay, I'm so sorry. I feel so bad.
I am deeply sorry for all the people that I offended or hurt. It wasn't my intentions. I was so young back then, so naive about life.
I feel like I should do that over that felt so like robot. What do you think?
Yes, you definitely should do it over. Yeah.
Okay, I so apologize. The apologies they'd be given this day and time be so botched, like cut it out. Y'all are not sorry.
Yeah.
Y'all are sorry that you got caught at being a bigot and a racist, but you're not sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all, let's move on to the next topic. Savannah and her mother, there's been on the news for a long time now, and I truly feel bad for her because that is like really heartbreaking, you know?
Yeah.
Having your own mother kidnapped in the middle of the night, her gone missing for this long, and now pretty much the news and source are saying she's been dead for a long time now. Right. That is so heartbreaking, you know, to like have your mom at home, your newscaster, and then somebody wants to target you because they think you're the richest.
Yeah.
We don't know how much money is in her pocket, but I'm pretty sure that was a stretch to assume like she got $1 million, you know, in her bank account. She's just not the only person that hosts that show. Now they say the FBI have been doing their jobs, but if Cash Patel is one of the motherfuckers doing a job, then good luck. This is exactly why they didn't find him to begin with. That man is playing dress up. He ain't trying to do nobody's mother effing job. He don't know what the hell he's doing. He just want to flirt his ugly ass face all over the TV and not do his job. They are still looking for this woman, still looking for this woman. What kind of job is that, you know?
Yeah.
They'll tell us they got leads and they leave into Mexico and then it's absolutely nothing. When this whole time a man has been saying he has like an inside story on what really happened, all they need to do is drop one Bitcoin and he'll, you know, release pictures and pretty much tell them the suspects. But I'm saying, like, I know y'all are like, he could be anybody, we get that, but so can't Cash Patel, right? Cockeyed in the middle. He pretty much playing dressed up pretend he could be anybody too. I know this is a sensitive topic, but I'm just saying, like, who they gonna take looking for this woman's body? If she's in the middle, how are you gonna find her? He cockeyed, he can't see in the middle. And with that jack nose he got, you see that quick ass nose he got, looking like a American eagle. He could just fly away, you know, fly over the city. If something weird looks weird, he can touch down. And I promise you, Savannah, this ain't about you or your situation. Mama saying, I wish you had better FBI looking into things, because who we got today is an effing joke. It's unfortunate. It really is.
Ended to work this way, but in the course of the kidnapping, some things happened, and Nancy Guthrie is dead. And that it wasn't intentional. The note wasn't an apology per se. There was a tone of remorse to it, meaning they didn't mean to kill her, according to the author of the note. The thing that makes the note significant is it came from the same electronic source as the first note, which demanded the ransom. A very different tone, that note the week before, which is, we have Nancy Guthrie, we want $4 million to this Bitcoin address. If it's not done by Sunday, it goes up to $6 million. After that, we're going to have to do something drastic, which was clearly a threat. This note was, she died a couple of days after the kidnapping while she was being held.
And why did law enforcement want to keep that private for so long?
Well, this is really interesting, Anderson, because both of these notes went to local TV stations in Tucson. And at the request of the FBI, both those stations and CNN, and at the request of the family, kept the contents of the note confidential while they worked on two things. One, verifying that they believed the notes were from the actual kidnappers. And two, investigating whether the claim in the second note that she had passed away was true. Now, we don't know that for certain, despite the family's efforts in that kind of coded language in that communique, where they said, we got your message and we understand, but we want Nancy to come back to us.
I just want to remind viewers what Savannah Guthrie said after this note was received. Let's take a look.
We received your message and we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us and we will pay.
So we now understand more of the meaning of that. How were authorities able to conclude that this was legit? Do we know?
The first note, which comes from the same source as the second note, had certain details about the home, about where items were placed, not just the kind you could find on the internet by looking for pictures of Nancy Guthrie at home, but where certain items were placed that night and other details that made the FBI ultimately conclude that that was the legitimate note. The second note came from the same place and basically said, you're not going to hear from us again. You know, our business is done. Sorry it worked out this way. And the investigation is still very much alive. There is no particular leading suspect. There's no key person of interest. But that said, a lot of work is being done on the video that's been collected, on cellular traffic in the area, on other leads. And frankly, this coming out now, even though it came out from a leak in a different publication, frankly, they think it may stir the pot, because one human tip from someone who actually knows could advance the case a lot faster than what they're doing right now.
Don Miller, thanks very much. Team.
I mean, this is like absolutely horrible. I feel for that woman losing her mom like this, you know? Yeah. And like, if you effed up, then tell that woman where her mom's body is, like, for real. You get it on the news and I'm like, damn, they didn't find her yet. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then it just stretched on and stretched on and stretched on. I just felt sorry for her. Yeah. Okay, so let's get to know you a bit. Yeah. I know some information on you because I look you up from time to time. I'm a very big fan of yours. Yeah. I know you're a DJ. The Stars Are Blind is one of my favorite songs of yours, but this new album is Bussin' Girl. I mean, it's a jam. I love that type of like techno-feeling album. Now, you are very known to have about 5 or 6 chihuahuas at one point in time and even had a mansion for your chihuahuas, but now you are a mother. I ain't gonna lie, I would have never seen that coming. Yeah. You seem to be doing great. You're a great mother. I'll be seeing videos of you bringing them into that little chihuahua house. house and letting them play in the house. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
I know you do music. I absolutely love your new album.
Yeah.
I know you just wrote a book. I didn't read it, sorry girl, but I will read it on audiobook. I seen that you even did a documentary, like a movie, that I'm not 100% sure if the community is about the book or they're the same thing. I also know that you had your babies via surrogate, which is completely amazing, I just have to say, because not everybody does that, but it's really cool, and your mom didn't immediately know. Yes. I'm gonna let you explain that process about your book, but my ears are itching, and I just have to say something to my audience and viewers. But I just want to say, in my audience and my viewers, mind your damn business. This is what makes my show real as it is. I ain't here to kiss ass. I'm here to be honest. Because I know what y'all were thinking about me. Shouldn't she have done her research before she brought some money on the show? Yeah, I could have, I should have, I would have, but I didn't. Mind your business. So the floor is completely yours, mama. Explaining away whatever you want to explain. First, I'm interested in everything. The book, the surrogacy, the babies. Do you still have chihuahuas?
Yes, I still have chihuahuas. I don't have as many as I used to have anymore. Some passed away, you know, so forth and so on.
And about the secret baby situation when it came to my mother, as I kind of kept it a secret from almost everyone until I was ready to tell them. And then I told them exactly how you guys saw it.
It was something that I wanted for a while, but I wanted to fix some things in my life first. And then I decided privately this is something I wanted to do, and here we are today.
Older. I got married to my amazing husband, and we decided that was what we were gonna do, is have 2 beautiful children. I'm so happy. Before I was young, I didn't know what I wanted, you know, and I kept meeting different people, you know, and relationships that I wasn't uncomfortable with, which is totally in my book. But then I ended up finding the right guy that I could completely trust, and I thought of wanting more things out of life, and that was children. It wasn't meant to be a secret, but like in my book, I didn't have a very close relationship with my mother at the time, you know, and I wanted to figure things out before I told her. As a teenager, I struggled, you know what, fitting into the Hilton situation of my life, where it ended up having me in different teen behavior centers that would involve things that would become traumatic for me later on in life. And some of those things I didn't handle well and had to get, you know, therapy and talk it out before I can understand it wasn't me. There were other things in life that kind of added to that, like the leak of my tape and, you know, the start of The Simple Life with Nicole, you know, the tabloids always, creating a persona, but also feeling like I was someone else other than that persona. You know, that catchline that's hot was really good for me then, but that's not who I was or am. So over the years, that kind of took some time to understand me and get to know me and find the person that I really wanted to become. I realized I wanted to be someone's wife. I wanted to be someone's mother, you know? So I took the time out for myself to really kind of own that and understand that and polish it. And I think I did that well. So that's pretty much what's in the book. A lot of trauma, a lot of pain, a lot of things that I have been through in and out of programs, meeting celebrities, the relationship I had with my mother growing up, with nannies, you know, with my mother never being around, certain stuff like that that the book definitely offers. I'm proud of that book. I have a great relationship with my mother now. We're very close. She loves my kids. I love it. It's really hot. It's pretty much surrounds around the book and the same thing that I pretty much have been saying to you. So yeah, you're right. But you definitely just need to read the book to understand better.
I'm a super fan, let me see it again, a super fan of The Simple Life. That show just did it for me growing up. But there is a controversy moment where halfway in the season, shit just got really weird between y'all on the show, and it was very obviously weird because it was a real reality show, so we could tell your answers were quite short. Y'all wasn't really laughing and giggling. And then shortly after that, the show was over. You guys wasn't talking. Nicole got very skinny while the season was still in effect. What really happened between you and her around that time? Because I know both of you guys were friends. You were childhood friends. You guys grew up together before you even started that show that took you guys to superstardom. So what happened?
Well, all I can pretty much say about that show is like me and Nicole were super young, you know, when we started, and like we so didn't expect the thing that was going to come from that show. A lot of elements changed between her and me. I'm not saying if it was bad or good, you know, because we're friends, that will always remain between her and I. What really happened? When we started the show, like second, third season, we were completely different people, so I'm not going to put the blame on her. I'm not going to like put the blame on myself. It's totally not real, like whatever.
Show was great. We had a good experience on the show. It was such a good time, honestly, but at that point in time, we were very upset with each other and we couldn't put our differences aside. But that's been squashed years ago. It was years ago. I know cult fans always ask me about that every chance they get, and you're never gonna get a direct answer. Shit happens, we were young. All that matters is the squashed. It's done. We're friends now. Both of us have kids, you know, we see each other on occasions, you know, and it's all good, and I love that. It's hot.
Girl, all you have to do is say no comment. You brought us all around the world just to say no comment. I get it, like I said said, I was in that Nicole era myself, and I was feeling my elements completely.
Listen, I'm definitely gonna read the book. I'm so glad that you came. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of you. I can't believe you DJ. I'm really happy. You're a mother and you have a family. You deserve it.
I also know you and Nicole teamed up for like some type of spin-off thing, Jiggy, that was kind of supposed to be like another gig for The Simple Life. But I hope you guys come back for like a reunion.
Cause that reunion Simple Life show would be totally hot. Absolutely, it would totally be hot, but we have to see how my schedule works out and Nicole's. We'll see. Will you stay around for this week's sneak peek of my mixtape finale?
Yeah.
Will you stay around while I show them the trailer?
Sure. Well, this week we have a repeat of the finale. For people who did not see Mixtape, I want people to still go out and check out my movie because I work very hard. Around Christmas time, the Christmas season, with 2 more parts. But for now, this is the season finale, so I want you to check out last week's episode. For people who did not see it, this is for you.
Last time on Mixtape, Naeem came in first place, knocking Mr. Handsome down to second and Celine to third, going straight to the finals. It's going to be a tight race tonight with only 2 spots left to get into the final show. Who will it be with 4 contestants remaining? All of our competition contestants are very good tonight, starting off with Celine, Mr. Handsome, and Jessica, the country girl. But there's only 2 spots remaining in the final competition, going straight to the finals. And there are 4 contestants who will sing their way into the finals, but we'll have to see tonight. But out of our 4 contestants, someone will definitely be going home. I'm sorry. 2 of them will be going home tonight. It could be your favorite or it could be your least favorite. Who will it be? I'm nervous just thinking about it. I'm sweating buckets up here because I got 2 of my favorites that I would love to see in the finals, but you never know if I Monopoly. But last week was a full episode, so Naeem the rapper didn't have time to tell us his thoughts on going straight to the finals. Okay, so we're going to talk to Naeem for a few minutes and then interview, catching up with him on his feelings about last week. I'm going straight to the finals. Let's go straight to him now.
Hey guys, how are you? I'm literally in the mansion right now. The mansion for Mixtape competition is crazy. It's like literally 6 of us here. They're all downstairs while I'm doing an interview.
I don't know, thinking about it now, it's crazy to me. Like, I knew exactly why I was coming onto the show. My girl told me about the show.
I kind of hesitated and was like, no, I don't want to do it. It's not for me. But then she kind of talked me into it. She showed me the week prior that Sky had ended up getting through the competition. And I'm like, okay, Sky is a real performer to me. So I was like, if she can do it, I can do it too. The whole morning before the show, I had to handle some business things, but I was nervous.
I was nervous the whole entire time because I didn't know what I was getting myself into. But then we started rehearsing and I was like, okay, I'm feeling like me again.
I am absolutely a fan of yours. When I saw your performance at home last week, I said she has the talent to go absolutely all the way in this competition, and I still feel that way. All that movement you're saying, your performance, all of it together was a Mona Lisa, and I truly mean that. I'm not really into the dancing.
Thank you so much, Dee, for liking my performance. It means the world to me. I know Naomi is one of your closest friends, so I'm very honored to perform in front of you tonight. Thank you so much.
You were a true magician on that stage, singing and moving and dancing. You did it all, and I called out a package. That's why I have to do this.
Why the hell would you do that? Why would you do that? I don't understand why you would do that. She was good, but she wasn't that damn good to go all the way. Like, that's ridiculous. I'm effing pissed because everybody had been fighting their ass off and you're just gonna send her. This was a week of fighting. We all talked about that. I don't have nothing else to say. I'm so over it.
You can be upset, that's okay. I made my decision, and you called me here to judge, and that's exactly what I'm doing.
We're back from the trailer. That was the trailer of Mixtape for this week. It's a repeat of the finale that was played last week. So make sure you go check that out, guys, please.
But next week we have the season finale of Jay's game show, which it will be back in the fall. But you gotta get those numbers up for his show, or I'm not gonna bring it back. He works incredibly hard on that show. It takes a lot of work to get that show done. So you gotta get these numbers up. We're gonna keep playing it over the summer. Just keep watching and liking. That's all you have to do.
We're going to a commercial, but when we come back to the show, we're gonna be sitting down with a very important woman, honey. She was gonna be our president, and then we got the bozo.
So come back to Late Night with me. Right after the commercial, we'll be sitting down with her. We'll be right back. Thank you. You're watching Late Night with Naomi, and that's definitely hot, but I don't have to tell you guys that, do I? Make sure you like and subscribe to this video, and she's on every Saturday, so don't mess. That would be a mess.
If you like the channel or the program that you're watching, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification button below. Thanks, honey.
Get into the office immediately.
Okay, Captain. What the hell am I using this gun for? Who wants a piece of me?
This next mission is top tier. You screw this up, you will never see a mission again in your lives. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Get it done. Mission starts now.
This is too easy.
Anyone want to try a gun?
Absolutely.
I didn't mean in this quarters.
Oops, sorry.
I know you heard the whisper.
What about me?
What about you?
Hey, that's not fair.
Life's not fair.
It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Cause you know, bitch, I'm ahead on me. You know you all about that green, so come and see me.
Hey, let's see what you got.
You know what the hell I mean.
Whoa, slow down. Wait, where'd you go?
You need to be faster than that.
This is really good. It could be a lot warmer, but it's really good.
What are you doing?
What does it look like? You are really heavy. Aren't you supposed to be a superhero?
Weight shouldn't be a problem.
Do you want me to drop you?
You wouldn't dare.
I'll handle these 5.
Look at you walking up the streets with your head.
I got this one!
This one is so cool.
Now I'm gonna finish it. I told you when I see you.
No! Don't hit that button!
I'm gonna not let go. And trust me,
what are we watching?
Of course, my movie on YouTube, Naomi Who. Do you not see my billboard? That's me. I'm on the wall. I look great, right?
Why am I not on the poster? I'm also in the movie.
But you're not the lead. I'm the lead.
That's not fair.
It's out July 31st. I'll see you soon, guys. See my movie on YouTube.
You're watching the Naomi Talk Show. I'm Naomi, and this is my talk show. I'm here to talk my shit and keep it cute, or y'all can just put it on mute. We are about to bring Daniel out here to talk about what he's been doing behind his girlfriend's back for 6 months. His girlfriend brought him to the show, and she said she's sick and tired of his nonsense. Let's bring Daniel out right now. How are you? Daniel, take a seat. Let's get to know you a little bit. Let's understand why you did what you did. Daniel, all I want to know is, why did you do it? Why did you step out on her?
Listen, I'm growing bored of her. All she does is whine and complain and bitch.
But that is your girlfriend. She has emotions. We all have emotions as women. What's the problem with that?
I don't have a problem with that. Like I said, I'm just bored with her. I'm ready to move on.
What, Daniel, don't you understand that she's here to fix you guys' relationship?
No, I'm done and I'm ready to move on. I'm over her.
Daniel, she said you were going to walk down the aisle with her. What happened from that point on to right now? You seem so cold-hearted.
I was only with her for her money. That was it. Now she's broke.
Well, guys, y'all heard it all here. He said he's done with her. There's nothing I can do about it, so I guess we better tell Rebecca.
Watch Naomi shows on Monday, every Monday, right here on Naomi TV.
Only on Naomi Talk Show. When truth is on the line.
She took everything from me. That's not the truth. Enough. You will both cease this outburst. She's lying. Only one voice decides it all. That's me, Neomi. You won't believe what happens next.
What's taking this damn train so long? I need to get to work. People got things to do. Be more appreciated. Hey, Jay, can I take a picture with you?
Welcome to Morning News with Jay. We just got a breaking news story right now, and I'm about to share it with you. We never expected that this would happen, and it finally happened.
Sorry, guys, for the interruption. It's been so busy in the newsroom today. Everybody's working, but no one's actually doing their jobs. So back to what I was saying, the breaking news, right?
I officially had it. I can't even do the news without things going haywire on the set. Can you people get your shit together? Thank you and goodbye. There's the guy that was talking crap about me.
He was picking on me. He was bad-talking me. You guys should arrest him right now.
Arrest him. Are you gonna stop talking crap about me on your new show?
Nope, I'm still gonna be talking crap every Wednesday.
Dat is het minste van je zorgen. Als ze die dossiers zien, zit je hier nog veel langer, maat. Wen er maar aan, slappe friet.
On the least of your problems, after they see those files, you'll be sitting in here much longer, bro, so get used to it, French fry.
Welcome back from commercials, and we're sitting here with our first lady honey we all wish. Well, I didn't tell anybody you were coming because I wanted it to be a surprise.
Yeah.
You know, we got Secret Service walking around and stuff, so you know I want them to be extra surprised. Welcome to the show, our girl.
Yeah.
If you don't know her, you better get to know her because we told you so. Did we not? Did we not tell them? All I have to say is, girl, you were so right about everything, absolutely everything. Girl, I was always on your side. Girl, I thought it was gonna be you, and then I stayed in my bed for 5 weeks after. I said to myself, we are fucking doomed, absolutely. I didn't know what to do, girl, so I just stayed in my bed. I thought the world was fucking nuts. I honestly did, and then I was like, you know what, fuck it. Everything was questionable about that day. Everything okay, the Cybertruck and all, it was questionable. How do you let somebody who's in the tech industry help with that process knowing that could be botched?
Yeah.
The whole handbook you were talking about with the 2028 situation debacle, well, ain't nobody, especially not him, in their life gonna laugh that long. Can you not see? Do y'all not have eyes? It ain't going well. I don't think y'all clocked that toupee that was falling off the other day, honey, while he was walking up the stairs, y'all. He said he didn't have a toupee. What happened? And I don't wear wigs.
Yeah.
Can I give you a hug? I need to give you a hug. A hug, girl. They don't even know how things could have been different. Can we do a rewind? So I'm looking for a rewind.
Yeah.
Now, I know you had some highline haters. I know you got your own personal security here because somebody decided they want to cancel your Secret Service. Shady bitches, right? Excuse my French. Yes, they really tried it. They played in our face. And you know what? It's okay. Because you know what? At the end of the day, they might have not wanted you. A girl, you can try 15 more times. You got the time. Now, I know you were a lady unlike me. Sometimes I'm a bad mouth Keisha, but my name is Neomi. I'm just very expressive, but girl, they did us dirty. Girl, they did us dirty. They did us badly dirty, girl. Remember that once upon a time you served your 4-year girl and they were saying about your friend that he was too old to be fit? Remember that? And they was calling him, I'm sleepy. Remember? Did y'all catch who was sleeping? Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. A girl too many times to count. His ass was sleeping up in there. He can't handle the heat in the damn kitchen. I keep telling y'all that. I know you're a busy lady, so I have a couple of questions that I have to ask you. You can answer those anyway because you are fit. Now, Jill, not Jack, but Jill. You know Jill, she was on The View the other day and she's writing a book. I know you heard about that because y'all live in small circles. Just saying, what do you think about the book?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people say y'all kind of had tension after you tried to run the same time Joe tried to run, making it difficult for you to have a win because he was running midway through the campaign. Yeah. So my question is there a feud? Is there not a feud? Are y'all good? Are y'all a biscuit and a piece of chicken? What's going on there? You can be discreet and you can say no comment. It's cool. Well, I have a book that I wrote in 2025 called 107 Days of Me, of course. And I mentioned a few things about the campaign and stuff in that.
Yes.
I would absolutely be lying if I said, you know, us in society, once in a blue moon, bump heads from time to time.
Yeah.
And I think him and his wife might have took offense to that, but it wasn't any harm intended behind it. It was just me.
But I kind of only said in my book that I only had 170 days to kind of do this campaign.
Yeah.
You know, and that the party definitely should have, you know, made me the nomination sooner than they did, you know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, excuse me. Miscalculation by a couple of months. 107 days. I said 170 days. I surely would have won ever I had that much time on my hands if I kind of had more time to put my foot into the race. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because he stepped in at the time, you know, and wanted to do it again, it made it harder for me and my work.
Yeah.
And I absolutely adore them. We have a very close relationship. You know, we've been working side by side for 4 years.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes people bump heads, you know, or say things they don't mean. I know Jill feels like some of the comments that was made inside of the book about certain opinions in my memoir, she felt was like a direct attack towards them, but that's not how I saw it. I wouldn't even say it was criticism. It was just kind of the way things was put into place that was kind of a bit messy, you know, but I'm not blaming anyone. You know, the outcome was the outcome. You know, I've spoke to them a few times, you know, especially about his diagnosis. So, you know, it's just my personal feelings in my memoir.
Yeah.
I want that to be absolutely clear that I'm expressing myself.
Yeah.
You know, and just letting it be known that, you know, things could have been different. They should have been, but they wasn't.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely want to tell you that Jill definitely was quite surprised, and she said she was taken back a little bit, but, you know, she feels the same way about you. She felt you should have won.
Yeah.
She said during your campaign, this was her words, not mine, on The View, she said that she promoted you heavy, going from state to state, supporting you because she wanted you to be the president.
Yeah.
She said she was just taken back a little bit, but, you know, it's still love in all the right places. She said at one point she even prayed for you to win, visiting the loss of one of their children. So I thought that was very nice. I know you had great intentions on whatever you wrote, and I'm pretty sure she has great intentions on whatever is in her book too. I think it's just the circumstances.
Yeah.
And you know what, at the end of the day, to tell you the truth and to be Frank, Peter, and Joe with you, we all were played, to be honest, they played in our faces and we don't F around and find out.
Yeah.
But you know what, let me grab my clutch purse real quick. Let me show y'all something. Let me pull out my little passport here. You see my passport? When the shit hits the fan, Audi 3000. I know everybody was frustrated, girl. I keep telling you, I didn't leave the bed for almost 5 days. I was like, what the hell just happened? You know what I mean? It was a huge shock.
Yeah.
So if I was in your shoes, I would have written a book too, girl.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, I have not read your book yet. Don't hold it against me, girl, but I'm gonna read it on audio. I got you, girl. I didn't read the last girl's book either, Paris. I didn't read a book either, you know? I'm just one that's not big on reading. I'm big on fighting, but I ain't big on reading. I don't know what it is, girl. Girl, I said I do audio books, but I'll take your paperback. What do you think about the reflecting pool? Any opinions on that? I think the pool has an opinion on that. Swamps have better taste.
All those promises he told you guys on the campaign, how many of them did he actually do? He said he would fix groceries, that didn't happen. Gas prices, that didn't happen. What did he actually do?
He told y'all on the campaign he was gonna end the war in a week.
Yeah.
Well, it's been what, almost 2 years?
Yeah.
Now y'all can't get your tickets back, nor can you get your vote. Go ahead and say it. I know you wanna say it. Go ahead and say it, girl. Tell them you told them something. I don't want to throw things in people's face and make them feel like I was right, but I absolutely was right, and he's showing it every day.
Right.
I mean, this is the very man that called another man Sleepy Joe. You know it's quite embarrassing to be caught right in the White House sleeping on camera almost every day. I absolutely didn't want this for anyone. You know, a lot of people say that I would do this and I would do that. I wouldn't want this for anyone, and they should not want this for anyone.
Yeah.
I wanted to make this country better, not pull us apart. I absolutely would not have wanted that, regardless of what people might think now. Well, I absolutely want to thank you for stopping by. You know, somehow you make me feel a lot more better, my girl. At the same time, I want to put my cassette tape in the VCR and rewind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have one more question before we end the interview. My question is, are you running in 2028? Well, y'all are gonna have to see. That's a secret I'm not willing to tell just yet. Well, I hope so, because if you don't, I'm gonna have to run. No, I'm just kidding. I will be absolutely horrible. Well, I know you're a busy woman, so I was wondering, can you stay for a few minutes while I play the weekly music video of the week, if you don't mind? I will stay for the video of the week when you read my book. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I will stay and watch the music video of the week. Thank you. Now, this next video that I'm gonna play is very, very different, and every video from this point on is gonna be pretty much movie budget, so please like this video. The next 10 videos that's gonna premiere on the show, some will have to be cutting in half and watched on the main channel, because some of these videos are almost 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm very passionate about my music videos. They're supposed to be 3 to 5 minutes, but end up always being longer, and it comes out of my pocket, so make sure you guys show your support, please.
Yeah.
This one had so many cameos. When that famous band showed up, I literally screamed. Me too. And the crossover with the TV show characters, genius. But these videos are gonna be amazing. I would call them more like short musical movies than the regular videos that you guys have been seeing.
Yeah.
You're gonna love them, they're super cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's not hold her up, because I'm sure Miss President has to be somewhere. Let's watch this video right now. The link to this album is below, it's on iTunes, so make sure you guys check it out.
So I guess you know my secret, but I wasn't trying to keep it. Why would you trying to turn the key? Then what was you trying to make me believe then? XOXO, the secret call girl reject. Hey Paris, it's good to see you. Did what I did, I'm so glad to meet you. Cash at the door, out here tonight. Gonna make some more, need a rich daddy. I can flood me some more cash, really I adore. Word has been on the street about me, I don't care if it's not me. Gonna be seen, bloody mates, you know what I mean. Try to make money the right way, but it's a bloody hunt. Why does everyone act like
Stop.
it's a front? So I guess you know my secrets, but I wasn't trying to keep it. Why would you try to turn the key? Then what was you trying to make me believe then? XOXO, the secret call girl reject. I don't need no boss trying to stand me down and ask what the cost. I love controlling the frost and the weather, and I'll play with you at any cost. So do you say they could be bought? Me, absolutely not at any cost. Go ahead and get lost, mate. Don't know your boss who said she saw my poster on a wall across the lot. Yeah, and I said so what? So I guess you know my secret, but I wasn't trying to keep it. Why would you try to turn the key?
Burn and
Then
cauldron
what
bubble.
was you trying
Portals
to make
open
me
without
believe
trouble.
then?
See the magic in the air. Show us worlds beyond compare.
That is going to be $300.
That beautiful life since I was a child. They always said it was made for showing, but I'm not getting attention. I never needed permission. The way they stare is high superstition, but you don't need to listen. It's my story. I don't need permission. Even the principal can give me attention. Sorry, I glow and I glisten. I'm your call girl, superstition. Hey, hey, now better listen. Grab this wisdom, gotta go, gotta wave, gotta pick up that stack. In Andre's Cadillac, told me he'd find me degrees. Almost had a heart attack, living in what you read, that's a fact. Gotta blame my daddy, he's holding the body. It's just a call girl love affair. It's a weird
Salem, here we come.
I guess so you'll see
Best night ever.
but I wasn't trying to be petty. My way to join the therapy. What was you trying to make me believe in? XOXO, the secret call girl
Place to the book you bow. Disappear and be no more. We want what they're eating.
So I guess you know my
Is this a joke? No. Let's see who's stronger.
Not again! The secret code go reject.
You broke all the witch's rules.
Hey Paris,
Now
it's
you
good to
will be
see
punished.
you. Did what I did, I'm
You
so glad
punish
to
me?
meet you. Cash at the door, out here tonight, gotta make some more.
All of you,
Rich
against the
daddy
wall.
that can fly me some more cash, really I adore. Word has been on the street about me, I don't care if it's not
What do you
green.
think you're
It ain't
doing?
What do you
gonna
think
be
you're doing?
seen.
Your
But
red
it's
magic
you know
cannot
what
stop
I
me.
mean. Try to make money the right way.
I will not yield to you.
Why does everyone act like it's fun? So I guess you know my secret, but I wasn't trying to keep it. Why would you try to turn the key? Then what was you trying to make me believe? Then XO, the secret code go reject. I don't need no boss, trying to stand me down, and that's what the cause. I love controlling the frost and the weather, and I'll play with you at any cost. How do you say they could be bought? Me, absolutely not at any cost. Go ahead and get lost. They don't know your boss. You said you saw my poster on a wall across the lot. Yeah, and I said, so what? So I guess you know my secret, but I wasn't
What did you do
trying
to me?
keep it. Why was
Nothing
you
really.
trying to
Just
turn
showed you
the
love,
key?
that's all.
Then what was you
think you
trying
needed
to make me believe? Then XO, the secret key girl reject. I always have beautiful legs. Yes, I was a child. I always say it was made for showing, but I'm not clothing.
You know what? I honestly need to thank you. Let's all stand up and give her a round of applause, because you did your big one, mama. Thank you so much for coming to my show. I so appreciate it. My little old show on YouTube. But we'll be seeing her again in 2028. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Of course, I'll see you next week for an all-new episode of The Late Night, of course, with me, your girl. Truly, the celebrity A-lists are piling up, so make sure y'all turn up every week to see who's going to be on this stage. Yeah. Next week is going to be Nicholas and Snooki. Yeah. So y'all make sure you come back next Saturday. I will see y'all again on Monday for the Neomi Talk Show. I got to go, y'all. Peace out. I'll talk to you later. Have a good weekend, everyone. Bring it out, guys. It's my friend's birthday for July, so I just wanted to tell her early happy birthday, girl.
Disclaimer. The characters, celebrities, public figures, and other individuals portrayed or referenced in Late Night Show with Naomi are fictionalized representations created solely for entertainment purposes. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or deceased, is either coincidental, used in a clearly fictional, satirical, or parody context. No real person was harmed, endangered, or involved in the creation of this production. The events, conversations, scenarios, and portrayals presented are intended strictly for entertainment, creative storytelling, and audience enjoyment. This program is not intended to defame,
misrepresent, harass, or harm any individual, organization, or group. Viewer discretion and understanding of the fictional nature of the content are appreciated. All rights reserved. Entertainment purposes only.